We get ready for the special NBA presentation. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. And giving us the rundown from the sidelines, reporter Allie LaForce. Looking at the starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the four. The two stars in the backcourt, Luka and Kyrie. And it's Lively in at the five down low. And for the Nets, they've got Williams, Cameron Johnson out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at center, filling out the middle. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, B.A., for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Now here's Thompson. Pass to Doncic. Oh, Simmons with the block.
Active defense that time from Simmons, swatting down the shot with some force.
Outside, Williams. Finney-Smith with it, and out of bounds. Dallas will have it. Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez.
I asked him how they plan to deal with Luka Doncic, and he said, look, we all know what Luka can do. He'll get his points, but we can't let him take over. We have to maintain our focus on defense for every minute of all four quarters.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Outside, Johnson. Outside, Williams. Pass to Simmons. Back to Williams. Simmons with a screen on Irving. Williams from long range. The shot won't fall. Here's Dallas now. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
They dropped both games against this team last season. Just a shellacking they don't want to repeat.
Guys, you wouldn't expect this year's series to go that way, but after last year, you never know.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. 5 to shoot. Simmons against Doncic. Nice shot by Simmons.
This is where Simmons likes to shoot from. Now, we know he doesn't have great range, so the closer to the rim he is, the better.
Washington outside. Back to Doncic. And that one drops for him.
That's the weight room strength of Doncic right there. Fully displayed.
Outside, Williams. Simmons looking around. Over Doncic. No good off the back of the rim. The Mavericks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. The three is up. Williams grabs the board. Nets trail by 3. Down low with the 7-footer. Finney-Smith's shot is off.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Claxton with the block. Here's Johnson. The kick out to Williams. Beyond the arc. Drops in the 3. It's all knotted up.
Really good pass from Finney-Smith. He understands that you can't squeeze that orange if you got somebody ready to catch and shoot.
Washington outside. Back to Doncic. Over Simmons. And it's Doncic missing.
Good shot, gone bad. You gotta finish there.
Williams' shot is good. Williams has gotten a second bucket on the night.
Oh, fantastic adjustment on the shot against tight defense.
Pass to Washington. Doncic outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And the shot's good by Irving.
That's the decisiveness we talk about with Irving. He's quick and right at it.
And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Brooklyn making a switch here. Milton is checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. And Brooklyn with possession here. And you got to give this Dallas front office credit for how they've acquired quality role players, Grant.
Well, BA in particular adding length and athleticism. That's helped them defensively, as well as providing some lob targets for Luka and Kyrie.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. Now here's Milton. Pass to Johnson. The three is up. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. Johnson against Thompson. Oh, what a finish in traffic! My goodness!
You know, sometimes you forget about how big Clay is as a guard. I mean, he can take a hit and still finish shots down low.
Claxton a screen on Irving. Puts it up from 12. A nice shot by Milton.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Irving. He's got 5. Over Milton. Irving, no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Irving against Johnson. The kick out to Simmons. Claxton a screen on Doncic.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
Brooklyn shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
The first one falls. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Sharp, he's checked in for Claxton. Watford comes in for Finney-Smith. Wilson's checked in for Johnson. And Williams is subbed in for Milton. He does not get the second one. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Marshall. Misses the baby hook.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
It's good.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets up by 3. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. They've got Najee Marshall, Kyrie Irving out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Grimes in at the 3. And here are the Mavericks now. The Nets making their last shot. The shot's good.
And that quick first step of Dinwiddie, very dangerous once he gets a foot advantage on the D.
Dinwiddie against Milton. Throws it up high. It's stolen by Irving. He takes it in. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
You know, on the drive, Irving probably anticipates the foul there or even expects it. He's too sharp to let it surprise you.
That free throw misses. You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Now here's Milton, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Watford the pass to Milton. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Williams against Irving. Sharp a screen on Irving. Williams from long range.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Mavericks trail by 4. Dinwiddie outside. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Irving against Williams. Here's Milton. And the layup is good off the glass. And now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Dinwiddie. Takes it inside. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Spencer Dinwiddie making these difficult drives look easy, but his size helps him and his concentration is excellent.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Brooklyn making some changes. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Sharp. Johnson comes in for Wilson. And it's Johnson in for Williams. And Dallas with a change here too. Washington's checked in for Dinwiddie. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Inside. Here's Irving. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Shake Milton. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Grimes. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And it's Vince Sanity himself, Vince Carter, in the building tonight.
And talk about a spectacular career. Really helped launch basketball in Toronto and the entire country of Canada. And, of course, elevated the Nets as well in his 5 years with this team.
And he makes the first. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. Lively, he's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Grimes. Both free throws good from Irving.
Tell you, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. Just seems like that ball is part of him.
Now here's Milton. Pass to Watford. And here's Johnson. 6 to shoot. Back to Watford. Lets it go from deep. And he buries his first look.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
Milton with a steal. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And he lobs it up. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession.
And taking a look at their transition offense, they finished in the top 10 in the league in fast breaks, showing just how hungry they were to get out and run and try to beat teams quickly.
They took care of the ball, stayed in control. It was very hard to turn them over. Doncic is checked in for Dallas. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Clock at 6. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Free throw good, Simmons. And both free throws good for Simmons. Mavericks trail by 6. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that, it's pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel, we have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win now mode, Allie. Thank you. That's good from Doncic. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Doncic against Simmons. Back to Doncic. Lively with a screen on Simmons. And here's Doncic outside. Wow, deep shot from Luka.
Luka won't take three-pointers laying down. He's coming right back at you with the answer.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points. Tied for fourth most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special. And the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. All right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. Number one, Luka Doncic.
For him, it was a season to remember, and I think his fans would say the same.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Johnson. Now here's Finney-Smith. Off the mark there with a three. Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Climbing the ladder, going upstairs. Lively, he doesn't have to go far to flush it.
Simmons, the pass to Williams. Simmons with a screen on Irving. To the inside. Here's Finney-Smith. And no good. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. From 15 feet away. And it's Dallas scoring again.
Able to strike from mid-range and all over the court. The versatility of Kyrie's offensive game, top shelf.
Claxton passes to Finney-Smith. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. P.J. Washington picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw no good. Well, Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out, and Dallas is just very lucky to have him.
The definition of a stretch four. Finney-Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Now here's Irving. 11 points in the game. Here's Doncic. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Nets. And slam dunk by Simmons.
The slash ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive cutting mentality.
From deep, here's Doncic. That one doesn't drop. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Brooklyn out in front, up by 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with PJ Washington. PJ, what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and just not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.